The Philadelphia Eagles are gearing up for a pivotal 2026 season, and the anticipation is palpable. One matchup, in particular, stands out as the ultimate test of their resolve and resilience. The Eagles' upcoming game against the Seattle Seahawks isn't just another date on the calendar. It's a chance to reclaim their status and avenge past disappointments. For fans watching from the stands or from their couches, this game promises to be a defining moment. Where are you tuning in from? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Coming off what many considered the best roster in the league during the 2025 season, expectations were sky high for the Eagles. Fresh off a dominant Super Bowl triumph, the narrative was set. Philadelphia was on the brink of a dynasty. Yet, the reality proved far more complex. The offense faltered, unable to replicate its prior explosiveness and efficiency. Drama engulfed the team, and as the season spiraled, the Seahawks seized the opportunity to snatch the crown from the Eagles' grasp. Now, with revenge on the line, this game takes on monumental significance. It's hard to overstate the importance of this matchup. For the Eagles, a non-divisional game like this represents a critical chance to solidify their standing as genuine contenders within the NFC. What makes this encounter even more daunting is the fact that the Seahawks have had the upper hand in recent years. They've managed to secure 8 consecutive victories against Philadelphia, a streak that dates back to 2008, a time when Donovan McNabb was leading the charge against Seneca Wallace. That historical context adds a layer of urgency to the upcoming clash. The Eagles can't afford to let this opportunity slip through their fingers. As we look ahead to the 2026 season, the biggest concern for the Eagles remains the offensive lineup. With the departure of Kevin Patullo and the arrival of new offensive coordinator Sean Mannion, the team is poised for a fresh start, but questions linger. The loss of Jeff Stoutland, a coach widely regarded as one of the best in the business, raises eyebrows. Moreover, the potential departure of star receiver A.J. Brown is casting a long shadow over the offense's future. Yet, amidst these uncertainties, hope remains. The Eagles are optimistic about Jalen Hurts adapting to a new system and are looking forward to having Saquon Barkley back in the fold to bolster their running game. Adding to the excitement is the prospect of new wide receiver Mekhi Lemon teaming up with Devonta Smith to create a dynamic aerial assault that could catch defenses off guard. The question looms large. Can Philadelphia pull all these pieces together? The answer might very well shape the narrative for the entire season. As fans, we have every reason to feel invested in this team's journey. The stakes have never been higher, and the narrative is ripe with potential. Will the Eagles rise to the occasion and finally break the Seahawks stranglehold? The answer awaits as we prepare for a season filled with promise and intrigue. Now, let's shift our focus and delve into another pressing issue surrounding the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are set to dominate the NFL landscape in 2026. And if you think their primetime schedule is going to be light, think again. With the Eagles positioned as a ratings powerhouse and a Super Bowl contender, fans can expect plenty of evening showdowns, starting with an exciting Thanksgiving matchup against their arch-rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. This game marks a significant return, as it's the first time since 2014 these NFC East foes will clash on Thanksgiving Day. The NFL clearly knows what draws the eyeballs, and this classic rivalry is a guaranteed ratings bonanza. In fact, the Eagles and Cowboys have shared the spotlight in standalone games for 23 of the last 24 years. This history emphasizes just how crucial these matchups are for the league. Now, with this Thanksgiving game confirmed, the speculation turns to what other primetime or standalone matchups await the Eagles in the 2026 season. The NFL typically allows a maximum of 6 primetime games, and given that teams can accrue more if they play on Thanksgiving and Christmas, the Eagles will likely be featured prominently in the evening slots. Let's delve into predictions for the Eagles' additional primetime appearances. One particularly intriguing scenario involves the potential for a matchup against the Commanders. It's somewhat surprising that last year's first matchup didn't garner primetime status, but with Jalen Hurts squaring off against Jaden Daniels, this is a must-watch game. The potential for this contest to be featured on Sunday Night Football is high, particularly considering the historical context. These two teams haven't faced off on NBC since 2006. As for the Cowboys, the Thanksgiving game is just the appetizer. Don't be shocked if we see a second Eagles-Cowboys clash later in the season, perhaps at Lincoln Financial Field. This rematch is primed to attract significant viewership, especially if it's designated as a primetime event. It's almost a certainty. These matchups draw too well to ignore. Now, looking ahead to another potential standout game, the Eagles' encounter with the Chicago Bears is one to circle on the calendar. With the Bears featuring a high-octane offense led by rising stars like Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, the matchup has all the makings of a thrilling contest. Whether this game lands on Sunday Night Football or finds a spot in the Christmas lineup remains to be seen, but it could very well be a marquee matchup late in the season. The Eagles have also thrived in their past matchups against the Rams, which have been nothing short of nail-biters. Both teams are strong contenders, and a game featuring the last two Super Bowl champions is bound to capture significant attention. It's hard to envision this clash not being featured as a standalone game. Then there's the intriguing matchup against the Seahawks. While this could easily be a typical 4:25 p.m. game, the potential for it to land on Monday Night Football remains. The Eagles have consistently played in at least one primetime game annually, so fans should prepare for that to continue with this matchup. Lastly, we can't overlook the Eagles' annual tussle with the New York Giants. Despite the Giants' struggles in recent seasons, their status as a New York team often elevates their games to primetime status. With John Harbaugh at the helm and Jackson Dart leading the offense, the Giants could surprise fans, making their rematch with the Eagles a compelling candidate for Thursday Night Football, especially since the Eagles have been featured in NFC East matchups during these broadcasts in recent years. As we look forward to the 2026 season, it's clear that the Philadelphia Eagles are not just participating. They're shaping the narrative of the league. The anticipation of these primetime matchups fuels the excitement, and it's a thrilling time to be an Eagles fan. Where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts on these upcoming games? Make sure to leave your opinions in the comments. Now, let's keep the momentum going as we turn to our next segment.
As we dive into the final segment of our coverage today, we're hitting a critical juncture for the Philadelphia Eagles' upcoming schedule that has fans buzzing with anticipation. The Eagles are poised for an electrifying matchup that could redefine their season, especially with a Thanksgiving Day clash against the Cowboys now confirmed. Before we dig deeper, let us know where you're watching from and share your thoughts on this pivotal game in the comments below. The Eagles' schedule is shaping up, and while the full lineup is still under wraps, we know one thing for certain. The intensity of rivalry games will be on full display. Mark your calendars. Philadelphia will be heading to Dallas on Thanksgiving Day for a 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time showdown on Fox. This matchup is not just a game. It's a chance for the Eagles to assert their dominance in a fierce rivalry that has defined the NFC East for decades. As we look at the history, the Eagles have a commendable 6-1 record all-time on Thanksgiving Day. Let's not forget that this will be their first Thanksgiving game since 2015. And here's a tantalizing stat. The Eagles are 2-0 against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, winning both encounters. This is the first time since 2014 that these two teams will face off on this holiday, and you can bet the Eagles will be looking to maintain that winning streak. The Eagles will have their work cut out for them this season, with fierce rivals like the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders on the schedule, both at home and on the road. In 2026, they will also host teams like the Panthers, Texans, Colts, Rams, Steelers, and Seahawks, while traveling to play the Bears, Cardinals, Jaguars, 49ers, and Titans. Each of these matchups carries its own weight, but the Thanksgiving game against Dallas stands out as a highlight. The speculation doesn't stop there. There's buzz about potential international games, as well as the possibility of primetime slots that could include a Christmas week matchup or a late-season Saturday game. This upcoming schedule is shaping up to be unlike any other, and the Eagles are positioned to take full advantage of it. What's particularly impressive is the Eagles' ability to perform under pressure. The fact that they have consistently competed against the Cowboys in standalone games for 22 of the last 23 seasons speaks volumes about the significance of this rivalry. The only exception was the 2024 season, which was an anomaly without flexed games. This continued visibility only adds to the stakes and the excitement for Eagles fans. As we wrap up this segment, it's crucial to recognize the implications these matchups hold for the Eagles season. The schedule presents not just opportunities for victories, but also challenges that could define their trajectory heading into the playoffs. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to analyze the Eagles and their path forward. Don't forget to subscribe to catch all the latest news and rumors, and share your opinions on how you see the Eagles faring in their upcoming matchups. Your voice matters, So, let us know what you think about this Thanksgiving game against the Cowboys and the overall schedule in the comments. Here's to an exciting season ahead for our Philadelphia Eagles.